April 1st, 2023, Marcus Giavanni here. kellyjeanbrough at kellyjeanbrough, Google handle by Marcus Giavanni News. When you understand what this means, like if you were in the HR department, and this is what New York City, if you look up um, New York City halts AI employment apps, and what they're doing is they're telling employers they can't use artificial intelligence because it's bias. And these people, when they talk that way, they get indexed into the dark web because it's completely bullshit. It can be manipulated that way, but what you're doing is you're putting in key words of the team, of the dream team you want to build. See, in the mortal world, you got to guess, you got to read through everybody's applications and resumes. But in my world, we just scan those, look for some key words, and boom, like let's say Denver Broncos football team. We can use highly advanced algorithms that these players can use off the field to monitor the teams that they play. But this is so advanced from what they can even imagine because most of those guys just play football. They don't want it's all in their mind. So in their mind, it's all about football, keeping your eye on the ball. And so with that said, when you think about Google handle, that's at Google, your Gmail. And if you read your terms and conditions, if you, in November when YouTube was telling everybody, even before that we were changing into the handles. I've been talking about it for years, and now certain media, they start talking about it. They don't understand once they start talking. As soon as they try to put their hat on that discovery hook, then what happens is they go to the dark web. And that's what's happening with Kelly. There's none of her contents up here. None of it. And they go, oh, well, your name's there. And that's the identifier. That's what gives it the authority. I own that whole title. Every word in it. Backwards, forwards, scrambled, scrabble, whatever. I mean, is what it is. And see, this is what Kelly can't do. And this is what Kelly should have been on the phone with me when I text them, when they text me about her donating money, and they come and put some of their pamphlets on my door, but my other neighbors don't get it because they got Ring, and we just know, man. And I think they're the ones that pulled the screening back so they could tuck their big ass promotions into my security screen door. So now, just this election, because I've had others, but she was the first, and now I got Pigford and all these other fucking clowns. That Pigford's the worst thing. You vote anybody else but Pigford. He's all about him, man. He is a pig Ford. Remember, pig Ford. I mean, come on. This guy uses his kids as a pawn. They show him carrying a baby. Oh shit! Look at Tony and his little baby. Oh, acting like he's the mom. If he could breastfeed or put on one of them pumps, and take his picture, he'd do it. He's a cheese whiz of a fella. And it's good because when these people get elected, they're done. They're fucking done in the digital world. They can talk and run the government because they don't run the government. The city employees do. And they do a fantastic job when you really think about all the fucked up things that the politicians have put these employees through, underpaid, just like our teachers. They're high-priced babysitters and underpaid teachers. But they don't say nothing because they fear. They're scared. That's what they do. Oh, I can't say nothing against the Denver Public. My kids were in that, man. I was homeschooling, and then I put them in Denver Public Schools, and they fucking changed. And that's how I know there's a God. That's how I know. That's why God gave us all free will. And then all of a sudden, something clicked. Somewhere along the DNA change of conversation, someone said, wait a second, man. We're getting all this mortal bullshit, lie, fake, humble bragging, non-working humans. They don't see, artificial intelligence doesn't see color. It doesn't see bigotry. It only knows by what you talk about, what you do about, where you go about. and your friends, your circles, your emails, your text messages. And I watch these people on Fox News. Oh, Elon Musk and other people that are doing artificial intelligence says we're in trouble. Some of these guys have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. Because if it was true, Elon Musk would be all up in here. I mean, the guy's a great guy, right? I mean, he's a big money man. He bought Twitter. And they confusing Twitter with Facebook and Meta. And, oh, Mark Zuckerberg discovered Meta. He didn't discover shit. He just blockchained everybody out of the conversation, tried to. But where he blew it, and he could still regain everything because you always learn from mistakes. And in the digital world, artificial loves mistakes because it's just bad content that can be replaced with better content. Like all my content, some of the words I use in my mouth, I'm kind of ashamed with the way I've talked. But this is what people have talked to me over the years, and I just bloviate. I let it out, man. That shit will run around in my head rent free if I don't. And see what these people don't know, when I was getting my petitions and all them girls wearing those muff diver yoga pants and Colorado emblems of different universities, and hey, I want to get our teachers paid more money. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have enough time. Really? Well, guess what, girl? I don't know who you are, but you just got picked up on my phone, and my voice just got picked on your phone. And so whatever you do in your life, this will go down in your fucking social conversation scores and rankings. And see, these people have no clue, and this is why you see Pie Face right there in the middle. Bam! She's bloviated, man. All she does is talk, and she's gonna get all her friends together, and nothing is gonna fucking change. Why? Because of this man. He died in office. Honorable Mayor Robert W. Spear Boulevard. Okay? Someone says they're gonna change it to Hancock Boulevard or Webb Boulevard, since they gave Pena Boulevard, so they're gonna put their names on there. And see, they'll be the joke of the fucking world, man. And they're already the joke. They don't know it yet. Because all their IT people, all their Denver technology people, they're all getting boxed the fuck up in the digital world. All their conversations, everything that they do is in the cloud. And a good extractor can pull out minimal content. I can pull out exact content. And with a subpoena, whoa, shit. And you know how to do the whoa, shit. Let me in there. And the things they threw away, oh, they think they deleted, oh. Especially if you're a politician, oh. That stays in the cloud forever. And this was happening right when they were digitalizing laws. And that's where Leslie Herod doesn't understand. She bloviates that she does all this great shit because she's a black woman, lesbian woman, fucking gender, race, and sexual appetite. And for me, I'm like artificial intelligence. I don't care what the fuck you look like. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't give a fuck who you're fucking. Can you dig that hole? Yes or no? And the answer for all these candidates are no. Now, with that said, there is one candidate, Debbie Ortega. I don't think she's got the strength, or I don't know, unless she's a hidden, she got some hidden Beth Dalton in her. You know who Beth Dalton is? I love that girl, man. I love her attitude. Every one of my girlfriends were just like that. They could clear a room of all the coward girls and bullies of women in seconds, man. Seconds. Put guys down just like what they do. Just like she did. And I like girls like that. They never did it to me. She never does it to Rip. Never. See? For me, because you got to give a girl like that free will, man. She got to be able to do whatever the fuck she wants. You know, she doesn't, you don't have to worry about her cheating on you, but she did, huh? Ooh, poor Rip. But Rip don't care. But that whole show is just badass, man. I just like the whole cowboy thing. My first experience in cowboying was Bar S Ranch in Phoenix, Arizona, and I worked for a couple seasons there, and then I saw how they slaughter. I went from cleaning up shit going into the slaughterhouse, and them bulls. Back then, at my age, and I was just a kid, but my dad knew people. My dads were friends with the Wrigley. We hung out at the Wrigley Mansion, and got to go play inside there. And look, and people were like, "Hey, did we see your station wagon at Wrigley Mansion?" We were like the Brady Bunch, man. My dad adopted 7 children. I was one of the 3 little Indians. The rest of the kids were white. And there is white privilege, folks. I can guarantee you fucking that. And my dad's white privilege came from hard work, sweat equity. My dad was a professor. He was an engineer. He was a professional pool player. He worked his way through college, being the rack boy for Minnesota Fats in Brooklyn and up in that whole area. And my dad was drafted to, or I don't know if he was drafted, but anyways, he was in the Korean conflict, and he was stationed out at Luke Air Force Base. He was a staff sergeant, a very good guy. Everybody loved him. He was friends with some very powerful people. Nelson Rockefeller was one, and it's funny because there was a name thing going on between him and my dad, and it's weird because everybody thinks that because you're friends with the Rockefellers or something, that they're supposed to just give you all kinds of fucking money. So, growing up when I was a little kid, in the 60s, if you look at what was going on, it was the Korean War. We got out of that to jump right into the Vietnam War. And my dad worked for Air Research, a lot of military, different deals. And he did some pretty amazing things, but I can't tell you what that is because I can't. But I know things that other people don't know in the world, and I knew it way, way long time ago. That's why I'm here. And so why these people make fun of me that I can't spell and I can't talk and I drop F-bombs. Well, guess what, man? When you guys die and you stand before the Lord and you say, Lord, how could you do this to me? Why are you putting me here? How could you not warn me? I did. I sent Marcus Giavanni, the man, M-A-N, Mark Andrew Nelson, -G, for Giovanni. Everything about me is simulated. Everything about me is not even fucking real, starting with my birth certificate. When I look at my birth parents and I see mom and dad and they're white and I'm Indian, that really fucks your head up, folks. But see, white people did that because back then they thought, oh, let's give this little Indian dude this little spick, and that's what I would, because they couldn't tell, because see, I didn't have red skin like an Indian, American Indians. I have that tan farmer looking skin, not Mexican skin, because those guys are also red, some of them. But mine's like, crazy color, like orange. I get orange like fucking crazy. Like, wow, where's the orange Indians? Can someone bring me the orange Indians and like the people with the fake tans? Like, folks, we can't tell you're wearing fake tan, but that's how people are. Go ahead, but don't flaunt in a bikini and you look like somebody handy-dutied your whole body, man. Anyways, I'm just bloviating because that's what I do, baby. I bloviate. I bloviate about people that are running an office and doing it. And there's other people, they just don't tell you they do it. I'm the chosen one. So when I have my eye on everything digitally, see, when you understand what these images mean, like all these right here, it's got Kelly, new Kelly, old Kelly. New Kelly, old Kelly. Which one's new? I heard people talking about her when I was doing the, I'm going to vote for Kelly. We need young girls in there. We need young women. Young? You guys are looking at old pictures because she's an outdated flounder. And see, she thinks even if Denver decides that she's the one, and that's pretty much, I believe, because we sued, we took Denver District, Paul Lopez, clerk and recorder, to Denver District Courtroom 414 under the presiding judge Andrew Luxon. If you look up Judge Andrew Luxon, you'll see what his experiences is. So when we got him, I thought, oh my God, when the lawyers told me that it would take an act from a judge or an act of God to turn Denver back into what it's supposed to be, well, guess what happened? It didn't take an act of a judge. And because City Attorney Michelle Horn, another H, you got to stay away from those H's. We're going into a 3H, man. Hickenlooper, Hancock, and Herod. Just look up those three, man, and what they've done to Denver. And Leslie Herod is the current manipulator of facts, because every law that she's worked on, everything that she's done, she's enabled it all to happen. That's why she can come out and say, yeah, well, we're gonna do this, this, and this, because she's gonna change her laws, because that's she's gonna do that, but it's too late. Because then what happens when she changes laws, or they change the person or the source that was the head drum beater of that, the people, those voices, that content moves forward, and that's what you're seeing here. So Kelly, if I was head of HR department, I'd tell you to get the fuck out of my office, man. You are a worthless, low-down scoundrel. I wouldn't work with you if you paid me all the money in the world, because we don't need you. And so whatever you guys sit there and try to manipulate with the city attorney's office and all your bullshit is just going to be bad, bad, bad. And it's all done by your guys' voices, crosstalk indexing, your text messages, everything you've ever fucking done on Google, YouTube, Bing, anywhere. That's some good planning, Giavanni. City and County of Denver.us. Go there. Get a real vision of where you're taking Denver, and see, you all don't care. You got to feel it. And Denver ain't at the bottom of the barrel yet, but they will be on April 4. And it is going to be an instant or slow bleed, but right now it's going to be slow, because not enough people are coming out of the closet supporting what AI, this isn't controlled by me, it's not controlled by anybody but artificial intelligence. We have machine learning now, folks, and everything that these people are all trying to, like all of them, whoever's trying to go against AI, I believe that the ones that are doing it now are doing it on purpose to get the people that don't know what they're talking about, to get them to start talking. A brilliant move. And that just makes me think that Elon Musk figured it out. Their people, because they all go. Believe me, folks, it's something you don't even have to worry about. AI's got it. And when they all try to pass laws, we're going to have to halt AI. How do you halt it? That's how you know. That's the red flag right there. We're going to halt AI. Yeah, well, when you start bringing in the Marcuses, and other than me, because I'm just a Marcus by proxy, because my name didn't fit. I was going by Mark Andrew Nelson James. Okay, here we go. Forget. I'm not gonna go through all that. My guitar player said Marcus Giavanni. That's who you are, and so that's what I've been called. My dad didn't like it. He didn't like a lot of the little things that I did when it came to my name, but you don't understand, man. I never felt like a Nelson. I might have been an Irishman by proxy pop in your eyes, but to the rest of the world, I just look like a spit.